Hey folks, welcome back to Tech and More Tech. I'm Carlo, and this is part one of the Ultimate Smart Home Guide for 2020. Now, part zero, we kind of just went over the entire guide, kind of what's going to be in it and what I'm going to be talking about. Part one, of course, is what is a smart home. We got to make that distinction very clear early on so we know kind of what we're talking about. Most would consider a smart home a home where you can control things like your lights or your thermostat from your phone or from your smart speaker. And they wouldn't be wrong, but I'd like to create two distinctions. There are smart homes and there are connected homes. A connected home is what I just described. You went out on Black Friday, got a deal on some smart lights, a nice smart thermostat, and maybe a smart speaker, and now you can turn your lights on and off from your phone or by yelling at Alexa from across the room. Now, don't get me wrong, it is life-changing to be able to change temperature of your thermostat when you're already in bed, or being able to turn the lights off for movie night straight from your phone. However, all we've really done here is change the interface in which we are controlling these devices. We went from, hitting a switch to turn your lights off to hitting an icon on your phone to turn the lights off. And this is nothing new. The clapper came out about a million years ago, and that's essentially the same thing as a smart plug. In my opinion, to have a truly smart home, we want it to do things without us having to tell it to do anything. Now, obviously, these devices can't read our minds, but it turns out about 90% of what we do is the same routine over and over again. So knowing that, smart home devices can react to our behaviors and our schedules and do the things we want them to do without us having to initiate anything. These behaviors are known as automations, and they are truly what make a smart home smart. A quick example is having your lights turn on automatically whenever you come home based on your location. And we're going to cover automations much more in depth later on in the guide. It's important to note that I'm not advocating for automations just for the sake of having automations. The whole point of a smart home is that it adds convenience to your life. Having your lights turn on when you come home is very convenient. Having your lights turn off in the middle of dinner because the motion detector didn't detect motion is not convenient at all. My golden rule when it comes to smart homes is always add functionality, never remove. If something seems cool because now you can control it from your phone, but you can't control it from the switch that it used to be attached to, you have a net loss in convenience. So now we've established what a smart home is. Essentially a home that runs on some combination of automations that react to your behaviors and that do the things you want it to do without you having to initiate any sort of action. Now this sounds great so far, doesn't it? Like a home from the Jetsons or some futuristic sci-fi movie. But before your imagination gets too far ahead of you, we're not quite there yet as far as sci-fi movies go. Smart home technology is evolving at a rapid rate, and big companies like Amazon and Apple and Google are investing a lot of money to progress this technology. But it still means that we are in the early phases of the development of smart homes. By the end of this guide, you'll have a really good idea of what all is possible with a smart home, and hopefully you'll have some inspiration to go out and automate some things in your home to add a little bit of convenience to your life. Next up, we're going to talk about the benefits of a smart home and why someone would want to create one. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like and subscribe button. This guide will be released on a weekly schedule, so be sure to hit that little notification bell so that you don't miss out on the next part of the guide. And until next time, see ya.